FinTech Nation, it is day 22 of the challenge, and I got through about 14 scans today. And well, you know what? I'm gonna save all the. I'm not gonna go through the results in detail, but I'll go through them. In a nutshell, basically, when they're all done. Okay. Make sure you send me your feedback. This is part of your accountability. You need to, if you don't know where to go, just open up the email with your macros, and the link is in there for you to give me your feedback. And there are many of you who don't send me your feedback, and you're missing a key important step in this, because it's part of your accountability. And when you're not accountable to me, when you're not sending that in, when you're not sending your feedback to me, it tells me that you are not really doing things. You are hiding from me, okay? Which again is not a judgment. I'm here to help you. So ultimately it's up to you. It's up to you. All right. Cardio strategies if you're tired. All right. Here's my answer for this one. Go for a walk. Listen, it might sound like, oh, are you serious? But that's the easiest thing you can do. Just getting up and walking is much easier than you getting on a bike, or even doing your, doing your intervals. Having to push through some extra resistance. If you just get up and go for a walk, once you get your legs moving, you should find that you can get through a walk, okay? Now, even if it doesn't involve you doing your intervals, that's fine. At least you're doing something, okay? Some is better than none. So if you find that you're really tired and you're supposed to do your cardio, just go for a walk. The weather right now, like today, it's like 25 degrees, and the weather's only going to get better, right, as time moves on average. So, get up and move. But I will tell you the best time, and I've already said this before, the best time to do your cardio is first thing in the morning when you wake up. Trust me, I I go through periods where I have to relearn this, but because I don't like doing cardio, and so if I don't do it in the morning, the chances of it potentially not happening are much higher. So just do it in the morning. Trust me, get up and just go do it. Don't even think about it. Your willpower is highest in the morning. Your energy is the best in the morning. Just get up and go do it. And believe me, you'll get a good endorphin rush as well. Okay, and you'll feel like you accomplished something for the day. You'll probably be more productive in the day. Okay. In fact, I'll lay money down that you'll be more productive. All right. People are complaining about not finding meat. I have not had this problem. Okay, animal meat in the grocery stores. I haven't had this problem. So I'm not sure where you're buying your meat. I buy mine at Costco for the most part. If you want good quality though, probably want to go to a local butcher. I haven't seen, I was at Costco and I did see that the red meat, the volume of red meat was lower in terms of what was in the shelf, but I haven't had any problems. Of course, I do have basically like 3 freezers. So I do stock up. And I stocked up, when? A week ago? I didn't have any problems. So, again, I'm going to Costco. I don't know if you go to Costco, but just shop around. We're not in a shortage of meat. I know that there has been some issues with meat production, but it's certainly far from impossible or even hard to find meat. At least that's been my experience. Okay. All right. Let's talk a little bit about something that I talk about every challenge, and that is consuming alcohol. And I cannot tell you the amount of people, I'm talking like 75% people, that tell me that they just need to have alcohol in their diet. I can do the rest, I just need to have some alcohol. And you got to ask yourself if there's a problem with that. And alcohol is just one of those things where it's kind of funny. It's all just how we choose to. It's just perspective, right? There are certain, I'm not in favor for any drugs by any means, but there are certain drugs that wreak havoc on our society, and we're totally okay with. And there are other drugs that don't really, and a lot of people engage in, and they're illegal. I find it rather fascinating. It's as if people just don't think about it. But when it comes to alcohol, you have to understand that it is a drug and it is addictive. So I'm going to say that again. It is a drug and it is addictive. And in fact, if you look at the amount of destruction, so if you look at drugs and total destruction that it causes, so deaths, hardships, toll on the hospital system, alcohol is at the number one spot. It is the number one thing. Yes, and I know you can make the argument that probably more people engage in alcohol consumption over, say, crack cocaine or heroin. Those are the other two that are beneath it. It doesn't stop the fact that alcohol is the number one most damaging drug out there. So, just consider that, all right? So a lot of you tell me, like, I just need to. I don't know why you need to. You don't, I can guarantee you will survive. You won't die. That I can guarantee you. You will not die if you stop drinking. I promise you that. But here's part of the problem with alcohol. One is it helps to produce more serotonin and dopamine in the brain. But what it also does in the short term, is it depletes those. So when you have a depletion of serotonin and dopamine in the brain, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel happy, and you're not going to feel good. And when you have alcohol, you will. And you'll recognize this, whether consciously or subconsciously, probably subconsciously. And so you will want to go to alcohol to have that rush. It is a drug. It has that physiological effect. It also suppresses the nervous system, the central nervous system, which is why a lot of people, which is why it's a drug that's often associated with things like Alzheimer's and dementia. And it destroys brain cells. Okay, so, I'm not anti-alcohol. You might think I am. I'm not. I just don't think that it's something that a lot of people can manage. They might think they can, but they can't. They might think they don't have a reliance on it, but they do. And again, it's not a judgment. I'm just saying what is. So, you need to be really, really, really careful with this, okay? The other major aspect, and there's a lot here, by the way. I don't want to lecture you guys too much on this, but the other aspect is it toxifies the liver, okay? And your liver is the organ that is responsible for many things, including detoxifying your bloodstream. It detoxifies your bloodstream. It basically, there's a bunch of stuff in your blood, and its role is to remove the bad stuff that's in your blood. And if it's toxified, it cannot run its role properly. Okay, it's also the primary organ responsible for fat metabolism. If it's toxified, it cannot detoxify fat properly. So it's not just about calories in alcohol. It goes much beyond calories. It's about its effect on you, its total effect on you, physiologically speaking. Okay, not just physiologically speaking, but to be more, accurate, emotionally speaking. All right, so it's one of these things. It's readily available. There's no, most people have it, it's legal. So it's just like we don't think it's a big deal. But if you look at the statistics, if you look at the numbers, you would think we would have a different sort of, perspective on this. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why people don't choose to look at that, but I'm just saying what is. You can say that I'm a downer on alcohol, and perhaps I am, but I'm just saying what is. This is not stuff I'm making up. So, anyways, that is my lecture for you, okay, on alcohol. Believe me, you may think that you need it for your livelihood, but you don't. That I guarantee you. And you may think you might die without it, but I can promise you, you will not die. I guarantee you. That is one thing I will guarantee you. You will not die. Okay? Trust me. Just stop drinking. You will not die. Believe me. All right? Okay, so message of the day. It goes like this. There are many things in your life which you believe you need, which you don't, like alcohol. And you already heard me say why that is. Okay? So take it for what it is from me. You may not take it seriously, but at the very least, if you're interested, look at the stats, look at the physiological effects of it, and consider the fact that it is a drug, all right? So remember that next time you go to indulge. All right, and that's all I'm going to say. So positive energy, positive vibes. Submit and commit to this, which includes you sending me your feedback. And as always, believe in yourself, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Stay away from alcohol. Do yourself a favor. It's not for me. Do yourself a favor. Stay away from alcohol. Believe me, your life will be much better for it. I'll talk to you all very soon. See ya.